What's good, y'all? I'm Monet, and I always got something to say. And today, we got Desiree here. Is it Desiree?
Yeah, Desiree.
Okay. Big Desiree, not the little one.
Exactly.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm amazing. Every day I woke up this morning, God woke me up, so I'm good.
Yes, it's always a blessing.
Yes. So you have joined our Calling All Equals Collective. I guess our as in me. So my Calling All Equals Collective. And can I just tell you, like why you got that text? I'm be real. So, we got the North Carolina Central Instagram story. And I use that story every day. Don't care. It's like not even that I necessarily monetize it, but I know it's good for promotion. And anybody that viewed my story that day that I posted, me and Chef David doing the giveaway, I texted anybody that viewed the story. I made a message in my notes, copy and paste it, and texted 100 people. Not gonna lie. Okay. And then whoever responded, we all equals at the end of the day. And in the video, I was like, if y'all want to be a part of the collective, DM me. Nobody DM me, so I DM'd everybody.
Hey, that's how you do it, for real.
Yeah, get it out.
You got somebody.
Yeah, for sure. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from St. Louis. I was born here in North Carolina, but raised in St. Louis. I just moved back to North Carolina before my freshman year in 2022.
Okay, so St. Louis. Okay, all right, the South. Okay.
It's not really the South.
Okay, what would you call it?
It's the Midwest.
Midwest. Oh yeah, correct. Yeah, my fault. Correction. All right, but y'all got a little twang down there. It's still a country twang.
Country.
Yeah. Yeah, like it says Red. I'm from St. Louis,
Oh yeah.
So, do you like it better in North Carolina or St. Louis?
I would say North Carolina is chiller, but I like St. Louis because there's more to do there.
Okay.
I think I'm more of a city girl than a country girl, but I like the country.
Okay, so do you consider Durham the country or the city?
Country, for sure. Well, it's more city-like than some of the parts I've been to, if that makes sense. So I would say it's a city. For
North Carolinians, yes, considered the city, yeah. But to any state that has, humongous cities or just what's the word called? Urban based states like that, yeah, of course. Durham's the country. So why did you come back? Why did you choose to come back to North Carolina for college?
So originally when I graduated high school, I had applied to a few schools, but I decided to go to the University of Kansas.
Okay.
Because it was closer to St. Louis. It was 4 hours away. One of my friends was going, and I was going to join the debate team down there, which I did.
Okay. How long were you at the University of Kansas?
So I was only there for a semester because it was a little too expensive for me. So,
what was the expense, if you don't mind?
I had to pay $20,000 a semester, but after my financial aid, I still had to pay $10,000 or $12,000.
Oh no!
And they had offered me the Parent Plus loan, but my parents wasn't signing that. So
I went through that a little bit.
You did?
Well, but my dad had his reasons. Mm-hmm. He had his reasons, and now that I'm older, I understand it.
Yeah, I understand too. But that's why I just decided to try to find somewhere else that I could go that's affordable and where I didn't have to pay out of pocket or make them have to sign anything.
Yeah.
So I had took a couple years off from school. I was just working and living back at home in St. Louis. I always had peoples down here. Mm-hmm. So my dad and his side of the family always stayed down here. Mm-hmm. I was kind of ready to move out of St. Louis.
Down here as in what city in North Carolina?
They stay in Wendell now.
Wendell, North Carolina. Mm-hmm. The country.
Yeah. Exactly. So they stay out there. They used to stay in Raleigh. Then they moved around a lot, but my peoples is originally from Half-Lock, New Bern.
Okay, so you just all your folks is really from the country, the dirty South of North Carolina.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
it's country down. So I seen some country parts.
Yeah, the Sanford not even as country. Yes.
No, it's not. I deliver for Amazon, so it's country out there, but it's country out there. It ain't no, but it's country.
Yeah, for sure. They're building up Sanford now. We have all these townhomes. making it higher for people. It's just it's boosting up the cost of living is what it is doing.
Yeah, for sure.
And just for the demographic, it's just a testing time for the demographic in Sanford right now. Is it?
I think it's for everywhere, for real. Durham, Raleigh, Cary, for sure.
Of course, for Durham, because the mayor, even though he's an alumni, he said he loves gentrification. Yeah, interesting. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he said that.
Yeah, oh yeah, because she not that's how you can tell she not tapped in with the podcast. I did an interview with Jerry. He went viral for harassing the mayor of Durham and putting him on blast because the mayor of Durham went on the news. He had an interview. He said, "I love gentrification, but I hate displacement."
Interesting.
Very interesting. Like what? And I just don't think he's a good representation of North Carolina Central University. In my opinion,
I got to do more research. I got to look more into that because that's crazy.
I'm surprised he got reelected, but it wasn't the black vote who got him reelected. To be honest,
y'all know that.
Yeah, because do you see the gentrification that's going on in Durham? Like
it's construction every day.
Every day, new townhomes that are not like that are $400,000, being built up. To get a home loan for a townhome, like it's not even a single family home. You don't have a yard. For $400,000 is for a no.
Exactly.
Right off the side of the highway. Do you see the communities? Okay, so it's like right off the side, like getting off the exit too. On the right side, it's like it's a community, almost like the projects, and they've been building that freeway right and by their houses.
They've been building that since freshman year.
Since 2022.
They ain't gonna ever finish.
My thing is, where's my money going to? I pay taxes. Why are the roads taking so long? I rode to Raleigh yesterday, went to Crabtree and went to Northfields, and the same roads that they were working on when I started driving at 18 are not done.
40 is the worst highway. They've been driving like that too. I mean, been building on that highway since I moved down here.
That's terrible.
Hate that highway.
It's terrible.
Wade Avenue.
No, man. I don't know what they're doing, but Governor Stein, I'm asking for you to fix the roads and make it quicker because he talking about, oh, we got the gospel awards coming to Charlotte. Oh, great. We're not talking about that. Where's the tax money going to?
Yeah, we need these roads fixed ASAP. Fayetteville Street needs to be
terrible.
Fixed ASAP.
Potholes everywhere.
Literally.
I need them to pay. I've had how many rims I've had to get since I've been in college here?
Probably a handful.
Listen, and rims are not cheap, man.
They not. I need a rim right now.
Discount tires. Go on discounttires.com. They have rims. You can go pick them up and they'll put it on for you.
See, my problem is I'm being picky because I already got a set of rims.
Oh, okay.
I don't want them to match, but it's like I don't want to spend that money for all four. So
yeah, because you're gonna have to get a set.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Let's see if it's a replacement one. Do you have factory rims?
I don't know. I had just got this car, so the rims already came with it, and I think the car was originally from Florida. So I tried to go onto the website. They ain't sell that exact one no more. So
no factory rims. Facebook Marketplace.
I was looking on there too. They got some good deals on there.
Yeah, so they do.
We gonna see.
So let's dive into your journey of. Because you said, okay, so we're talking about how you selected North Carolina Central. We're still in Kansas at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So, and it was too expensive. So why Central?
Because Central, so I also was undecided when I went to the University of Kansas. Originally, I always wanted to be an attorney. But when I took some classes in high school, I was like, I don't really want to be a part of this system. So I've been undecided since then, and when I left KU or had to leave, I was like, okay, let me try to make a better decision. Let me look at somewhere where I can afford. Since I have peoples here, I was able to qualify for in-state tuition.
That's good.
I wanted to go to an HBCU because the University of Kansas is a PWI, which was still a cool school.
Right, because the connotation is PWI, you're not going to feel welcome as a HBCU, and generally speaking, probably not. But so, what was your experience as far as feeling welcome and the black presence on the campus?
So I'm not gonna lie, I took myself straight to the black people. I'm not gonna say I didn't interact with the white people on campus, but like I wanted to make friends and people that looked like me. So I was still definitely cool with some of like the people that weren't black because I was on the debate team. I had classes with
why the debate team? Like, what exactly is your favorite thing to debate? Like your favorite topic and why? Like, what gets you going? Because we can do it right now.
Black history. So me and my partner, which is like one of my bestest friends from high school, we debated since our freshman year in high school. And originally we was doing like the basic stuff that they gave us, and then our teacher, our coach, Miss Rao, I love her dearly and her family, she was like, we could rap about being black or going against like this white system that the debate goes through. So we started doing that. We started writing poetry. We started dancing.
That's
we started talking about burning down or burning stuff down.
So grassroots activism very young.
So then we decided, that's also, she was one of the reasons why I wanted to go to KU too. We went there. We basically did it again, but on the college level, which was so much better and fun because you get a lot more freedom, I guess, in the college debate room. So
and get to implement that black presence or that type of going against the status quo type of language at a PWI. Okay, so that's what's up.
It was fun, and we won stuff for sure. We won a couple finals. We won some speaker awards. It was really fun. So, and the white people, they were pretty cool. My first.
It's nothing wrong with that. I love white people. I love all people.
Yeah.
Like seriously, I don't really understand why like we're so divided. It actually pisses me off. Like I see it here, like, you know, the white people that go here, they're not even from America. I talk to them all the time. They're from Ukraine, and not even just Ukraine, but
they be
Germany.
Abroad.
Yeah, like, but you can see they got their group, their section of.
Yeah, that's literally how it was. Like for me, like, you know, it was, I went to school with them. They ain't bothered me. They never made me feel, I don't know, like black, if that makes sense. But
yeah, like they never made you feel like of course, like we're different, and of course, like the atmosphere is different, but they don't like, it's not blatant.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Like
you gotta know the right people to be with too. You know, it's always those people around, but I don't surround myself. And if anybody tried me or my friend on any day, we gonna correct them. So,
were you ever tried?
No, I never tried. No.
So it's good to have that perspective, like perspective that gives light to choosing to go to a PWI, because what the terrible thing is sometimes when people ask, if another black person asks you where you go to college and you say PWI, they be like, especially if they're HBCU graduate, it's like why you choose that? But once upon a time, we were fighting to get into those colleges. Those, like specifically Yale, Princeton. We were fighting to get into those type of colleges. So I don't know why they put color on college.
I don't know either. Well, that's just how everything was built. You know, a lot of this stuff was built against black people.
I understand that. I understand that HBCUs were built because they didn't want us at their colleges. But my thing is, if that means you have limited curriculum, right or wrong.
Like it just limited to yourself to a HBCU?
No, no. But there's a limited curriculum, and what I mean by that is like in the history department, there's no ancient China classes. There's no ancient Greek classes. There's no professor that is here that has interest in teaching those classes at this time. You feel me? I'm that type of historian. I'm a foundational type of person, so I want to go all the way back. Yes, we learned world history, but that was more so geography. I want to learn about all types of humans, the early humans and all of that. We don't have that here. But at a PWI, they would have it.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that, like, I don't have the perspective of looking down at somebody or just looking at them a certain way when they go to a PWI, because PWIs do have certain curriculums and things that sometimes HBCUs don't have. Just like when you trying to decide what HBCU to go to, you might not go to that one because they don't have what you need.
That's what I'm saying.
That could be a PWI. So
yeah,
PWI is not terrible to go to as a black person. Like I said, you just got to be yourself, know your surroundings, and shoot, you there for your degree.
That's what I'm saying. So for me, I'm saying it. I'm scratching out this PWI talk. I'm scratching out. I ain't saying I'm scratching out HBCU talk, but what I'm saying is my end all be all is scratch the PWI HBCU talk. College is college. School is school. Pick the right school for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Wherever you're going to flourish and you feel, they have these programs. I can get certifications if I do this program with this school, or this school has this teaching program. Like Elizabeth City State, Winston-Salem State, they have great teaching programs, right? So those, if you want to be a teacher and go ahead and get your certificate as you're in your 4 years, those are schools you go to. But A&T, like my sister, she wants to be a biomedical engineer. She's not happy with the curriculum here. Do your research. So now you have to pick the school that has your curriculum.
Yeah, literally. And that's also why, one of the reasons why I picked Central. After I did my research, because I looked at a lot of HBCUs down here. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I wanted to learn about business, and I seen that Central had a pretty great school of business.
We do. One of the best.
And I I qualified for in-state here, so it was affordable in my book.
That's great.
And I'm back at home, like where my roots are at. So it's great. It all kind of worked out. And I had a couple of people in my family that have went here and graduated from here.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you're a baby eagle. You're what we call a legacy eagle or a baby eagle.
I guess.
Yeah. My little sister, like, she a freshman, I'm a senior, so I call her a baby eagle, like, or a legacy eagle. Like, that just means, like, your last name is ingrained in the school. Like, you've left your mark on the school, and you and your family have left a bloodline in the school. That's, to me, that's what it means to me.
See, I guess, like, I'll be looking at it a little deeper, because, like, that's not my direct family, if that makes sense.
Okay, go on.
So it's like, once I graduate here, it's like I'll be starting my legacy here.
That makes sense.
But hopefully I don't sound wrong.
No. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
So, Central had your curriculum. So, we know why you chose it. Central had your curriculum. Okay. Now, throughout your duration here, like, when you came to Central, did you and God have a talk like, okay, this is for me? And so, God, I think this is for me. Do you think this is for me? And if so, how are you going to navigate that path for me? Or did you go in with, Desiree, this is what I want to do, and God, you figure it out with me?
So, no.
Okay.
What really kept me going is that, like, when I started Central, I started as a freshman, so I started all the way over. I couldn't get none of my credits transferred or none of that. So my focus was already been through this, so let me do my due and go ahead and just try to get up out of here.
Yes. Why did your credits not transfer?
Well, because I still have a bill due at KU.
Oh.
So that, mainly that, yeah.
Okay.
So I was just like, I'm already kind of ready to get past this. I'm ready to get more into my field and learn more about it.
Right.
Where I was kind of coming from before I came here, I was just like kind of in a depressive state. So it's like I was eager to finally kind of come out of that and just do stuff for me and try to better myself in a way. And
if it's not too much, can I ask for an elaboration of the depressive state?
It was really like being in a toxic relationship mainly. I think like that past year, I think we've been together for a minute, and then I stayed with him for a minute, and without going into so much detail, was just like I was putting him before me.
Okay.
So, and a lot of the things that he really did or grew up on really didn't align with who I was or what I grew up on.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I like assimilated to what he knew, which wasn't really good for me, which I guess, like I say, downgraded myself. So
I wouldn't necessarily say that. And can I tell you why?
Why?
The way you just explained it without even going into detail, like, you acknowledged, okay, these were the flaws. and like you were acknowledging the situation in a very good way. You were saying, okay, I was in a depressive state because I was in a toxic relationship, but the whole time his values didn't align with mine. So that's kind of like some reflection or kind of some acknowledgement. You can acknowledge you chose the wrong person, and but you wouldn't have known that his values didn't align with yours until you grew in your intelligence and really like. It correct me if I'm wrong. Like, sit back and like look at it like, I don't really know if this person really can like, we can't agree because we don't agree, or we can't get along because morally we don't believe in the same things.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can say that, because I'm be honest with you, my podcast is for beginners, and for beginners, I'm talking about you're just beginning in this thing called adulthood, or just beginning in maturity, or just beginning in your Christianity, because I can only get maturity from God. Like, growing in relationship with Him, my intelligence grew, my maturity grew. You know, like my discernment grew, everything grew. So for me, the foundations of myself is like, even with self-love, I had to understand how God loved me first in order for me to love myself. Like, I had to understand God loves me unconditionally. So if He can do it, then I can do it. It's easier said than done, but I'm just saying. So you saying that is like for people who are like 19 in a toxic relationship and don't know how to step back and look at the scope.
I think that's how old I was. I think I was around that age. No, I was like 20.
Okay.
But yeah, I just knew I knew that there was better out there, and I feel like I could thank God for like my parents being able to show me something better than what he grew up on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like you had already had experienced what love was.
Yeah, it's like I knew what love was, if that makes sense. And certain things that I could tell that he didn't get when he was younger based off what I got, or what things that I was taught, certain things that he was basically taught to survive. I was basically taught how to survive and also how to live too. So if that makes sense.
It makes sense. It makes sense, because not that people are ignorant, but when you don't have intelligence in the area, the definition of it is you are ignorant in this area. So if you have emotional intelligence and you're dating someone who does not, that's a very rocky situation, because they don't even understand where they're coming from to understand where you're coming from. So it's like someone who doesn't get comprehension or even can even define it. It's hard to be with someone like that.
Or it's not that they it's not that they couldn't understand it, it's that they didn't, because that's not what they was taught to understand.
That's what I'm saying. It's instilled. Like, it's an ignorance that's instilled.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So that was basically what I was going through. I was going through financial things. So like every week I'm asking my family for money, and usually the type of person I am, I always worked. I've been working since I was 16. My parents taught me how to, be on my own and how to provide on my own. So that was one thing that I was noticing, and even my family was noticing. I acquired like a bad habit. So it was a lot of things. But deep down inside, I knew that I was better, and I had my family that knew that I could do better too. And they knew that I also had another place to go to be better at. So I decided to just like call my dad and just be like, hey, I'm ready to move to North Carolina. I had already actually got accepted into the School of Business that summer.
That's good.
So I already had plans to come, but I didn't have plans to, move before I came for freshman year.
Okay.
So that ended up happening. I was like, I'm already going to school, so, it's okay if I just move down there. And my dad came and got me, came back up here. They were staying in Wendell, which is where they stay at now. And just got a job up there, and then I was working and just building my relationship with them and trying to get, just because I left, that don't mean that I wasn't depressed anymore either. I was definitely going through a lot mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Would you like to give it language?
Like, if I'm being real, I guess like more in the emotional thing was, I was still dealing with this person. But I guess for me, I was kind of checked out already, but I didn't really make that known. So it's kind of like still holding on to something that wasn't good. So I was dealing with that.
What was that draining you?
For sure. I feel like, and then also knowing that, just knowing better, but I'm going against that.
Yeah.
That was just the hardest thing.
What is that feeling?
Like, it's dark. Like, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's very dark because you going against yourself. You're going against something that you know for something that you don't really know, or that you know that's going to keep hurting you.
You're going against your morals for pleasure.
Yeah. And it's just, not even that, but to satisfy the next person. So it's just
people pleasing.
Yeah, basically.
Because I'm a retired people pleaser. yeah. I'm a year retiree.
For me, I'm kind of like that when I get in relationships. Like, I just always want to make that person happy, or just trying to prove to myself that I could make you happy.
Why?
But I don't know. I'm just a very caring and loving person. So I'm like that with almost. No, I ain't gonna say that with almost everything. Of course, I learned my lessons over the years, but like, I just have a big heart. But I also learned over the years to set boundaries. Like, I definitely set boundaries for myself. Like, it's okay to have this big heart, but just know how to use big heart.
Okay. Because for me, I feel like there's a root to everything, and people pleasing. It's not a mental illness, but people pleasing comes from. For me, people pleasing came from like my fear of abandonment, like my abandonment issues. And so I'm overly go over the top all the time because I don't want you to leave. I want you in my life. I don't want you to leave. And so that's where my people pleasing came from. Like, I have to be able to get it done.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. I feel like for me, it's a little bit of that, but also a little bit of, I just want to make you happy. Like, what I'm doing to you is what I would want done to me. I don't want to be the one to hurt you, if that makes sense.
Right. But then when you get hurt, is it that it's not even only the action when you get hurt, is you hurt because of what, like, the love you give wasn't reciprocated?
See, I feel like in that, I didn't understand that love is an action word, and I didn't understand that action speaks louder than words.
Yes.
So for me, it's like, okay, once we talk about it, you apologize, we get it through. I feel okay. And then it's like, I'm thinking everything okay, and then boom, I'm hurt again. It's just like, dang. It's like a cycle, and you don't really know until that wound cuts so deep, and it's like, all right, some ain't working out.
Right. Because an apology without changed behavior is manipulation. Like, I can tell you words all day long, but if I'm apologizing, that means I'm acknowledging the fact that I did wrong. That means I'm knowing that I'm wrong. And if I repeat it, that means I don't care that I'm wrong.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, because I went through that, like when I was 19, I was in a toxic relationship with 2 or 3. And unfortunately, I was a cheater. So I was the person who lacked emotional intelligence. I was the person who lacked communication skills. I was the person who lacked comprehension, not because I'm dumb, because I didn't have the will to want to. I was the person who didn't really understand empathy. Like, when you're a selfish person, you're not going to understand empathy. So those are flaws that I've had to be pried out of. You know what I mean? Those are flaws that's why I can understand them so transparently. That's why I'm transparent. I don't care what we talk about, because
I'm transparent too.
Yeah, I've my podcast is super trauma. Gosh, y'all should see what I got coming up. Like, overly transparent. Like, you see somebody and you think they finna be talking about the same thing they be talking about. I'm finna put something on you. I'm finna put something on you. Finna talk about life. You know what I mean?
Yes,
because I can look at you like, say you got a nice fit on. Okay, now I'm just know if I having a nice fit on. Okay, now every time I see she got a nice fit. Or I see him, he on the football team. He always on the Flyers. Okay, now I know he a good player. What about his heart posture? I bring people on here, calling all Eagles, but I want to know your heart posture. Where's your heart posture? Where God got you? That's my thing. And so when we're talking about things that we've learned from, we're talking about testimonies. That's why I said we're talking about the testimonies of all Eagles. Like, your testimony not just like your journey here, but your testimony. What journey God has had you on? What's this path that God has had you on throughout your levels in life? What have you had to learn from God, or what have you had to sacrifice in order to be closer to God? That's just what I'm on with my podcasting.
And I can definitely understand that. Like for me, so I recently got baptized.
Yes, congratulations.
That's actually my second time getting baptized. I was baptized when I was younger. So I decided to get baptized again because I feel like I always had a relationship with God. I just didn't understand it or didn't know God as well. And over the past year, shout out to actually my old coworker. We don't work together no more, but she still is my friend. Like, okay, I love her so much. But she's been helping me on this journey too with just bringing me closer to God and helping me get a better understanding of His Word. And I feel like the times that we have went out to church or the times that we went out to Bible study, like every time I felt like God was talking to me about the exact same thing that I'm worrying about. And I don't know. I just feel like it was just crazy, and that just made me eager to want to know God more and to just give my life to God fully, because these past few years it's been very, very hard. And like I said, like sometimes I'm one of those people that question myself.
Go ahead.
And over the years, I feel like I have questioned myself or doubted myself or had so much worry that I never really gave myself the love that I needed to be who I want to be, if that makes sense.
So self-love has been a journey for you.
Yes, for sure. And I feel like when I was learning about God and reading the Bible, I was getting confirmations that it's nothing wrong with me, if that makes sense. Go. Like, it's nothing wrong with me. I just have to trust myself, trust Him.
Trust Him first.
And
trust you second.
And to not worry, really.
Yes. Worry is sin.
Yeah, I know.
Worry is sin.
Ever since I learned more about worrying, like connecting it on a spiritual level and just on a health level,
yes.
I definitely stopped worrying less. Like, OMG.
That's good. No, that's good because it's less stress.
It is.
When as you get closer to God, because when you get closer to God, you're telling God, hey, I want to do this thing with you. And so when you get closer to Him, you get closer to putting your burdens on Him and like, okay, I got to get this to you for real. So you're sacrificing your burdens.
Literally.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, bro. So it's definitely been a journey, and I feel like I also been having people around me that's helping me with this journey too. Like, just helping me align my, I guess, like my personal stuff to my spiritual stuff.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Those people are called your anchors. Yeah. Those people who anchor you in your faith, like your sisters in Christ. Like that's how me and my friend group are. Like, they're my anchors. Like, God is my light. He's my daily bread. He gives me my daily bread. But God sends your anchors. Like, these are the people who hold you down whenever you want to just go off and just go all crazy and go rogue on God. No, your anchors realign you.
Yes, they definitely do. They remind you. They realign you. Like, they definitely keep you on track.
Those are the good friends to have. Everybody think, oh yeah, we party all the time. Well, I know I got somebody to party with. I know I can get in line early with them because they're the promoter, all types. Cool. But what about your anchors?
Yeah.
When you when life get tough, life get fun whenever you want. But when life get tough, you can't control it.
Yeah.
You need your anchors.
It's important to have people for sure. Like, it's important to have your alone time, but it's important to know who your anchors are for sure. Some people don't know who their friends or anchors are because they be thinking, oh, because we party and we do this, that's my friend. That's that type of friend that you can party and hang out with. But you definitely got to know who are your friends that you can literally come to and just cry until anything about without having to worry about them going behind your back or judging you.
Or the friends that pray with you.
That too. Pray with you, that keep you that keep your head, or that try to keep you reading, if that makes sense.
Elaborate on that one.
Like I would say, like going back to my friend that was my coworker, sometimes when we get together and like she may remind me of a scripture, like, hey, like she'll be talking about something and then she'll use something in the Bible to back it up.
Yeah.
And then, or if I ask her a question about something, she'd be like, hey, that's why it's important to make sure you read.
Hello.
Make sure you, and it's just like having those reminders is great. And like when I don't, like for instance, like when I don't know what to do, I guess like on this journey with God, I got my sister in Christ that I can go to without feeling judged.
There you go.
She don't mind telling me, hey, that's important too. You gotta have friends that don't mind getting you straight, and you also gotta have the mindset of being okay with being corrected.
Yeah,
because I feel like this generation, they take things a little too personal.
I'm gonna quote you: being okay with being corrected.
Yes, being okay with being corrected, because sometimes we don't really see or understand how we act or say from the outside. Or we don't see like repeated behaviors that like somebody close to you can see.
Facts.
So but that's why I also say it's just important to know who those people are and where they're coming from. Because you do got some people out here that be trying to tell you what to do, but be plying on your downfall. Like, yeah, they want to tell you the truth, but they also want you to keep messing up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But then you got people that's coming from a place of love, like, hey, I know you.
Tighten up.
Yeah, like, hey, do better.
The ones who just want you to continue to be who they met you as, those are the ones I like to call. Yeah, those are the ones I like to call monitoring spirits. Like they just want to monitor your life. They just want to watch you. They don't want to congratulate you.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't really want you to do better. They just want to watch your downfall. They don't even want to watch you come up. They want to watch you come up so you can come down. And those people I don't align with anymore. Yeah. Like I'll be honest, I've had a friendship that since I met them, I've had a feeling that I didn't have language for a monitoring spirit at that point when I met them because I didn't have the intelligence. But I always knew like the word envy was always there. Like it was just so potent. It just stank on me. And
that's what I'm saying. Like just going back on my journey, like those few years where I didn't really have I wasn't building my relationship with God.
Yeah.
I always had that feeling that something was there. Because I've been through friend groups too.
Yeah.
Something was there. It's just, I don't know what it is. But God is telling me through certain things, but I just don't see it or understand it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question. In those situations, did you ever ask God, like, what is this?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, up until this past year, I would say I never really called on God or talked to God. I prayed probably every now and then, but I wasn't even I was praying, yes, and I knew I was always blessed. Yeah. But I wasn't calling on God. I was dealing with I was worrying.
You was walking by yourself.
Yeah, literally. Like, so if that makes sense. Like, I just wasn't calling on God, but I did, of course, like prayed. I wasn't reading. I might have did Bible study every now and then with certain friends.
Yeah.
But like,
you had no intentionality behind it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so when you walk with God, because I went through a long time walking by myself, and I was good, but in certain instances I was good, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But then when I was walking by myself, I started saying I'm sluggish. I'm like, where you going? When you're not walking with God, it's gonna get rocky or it's gonna get sluggish. When you're not walking with God, then worry is a factor, then anxiety is a factor. In friendships, you shouldn't even have that in friendships. If God isn't in the friendship, in the relationship, yes, it's going to be rocky. Yes, there's something wrong. Yes. So, yes, there was something wrong always.
Or sometimes when you just don't lean on God for discernment either.
Yeah.
Because sometimes some people not even supposed to be your friend.
Facts.
Some people are probably just there in the moment for an experience. But, like, some people are not supposed to be your friend. And I felt like for my freshman year, I had feelings like that. Like, you're not really my friend. friend, but it's just like I don't know what it is just yet. But some telling when I say like that intuition, that's why I say you definitely got to trust God and you got to trust yourself. I feel like trusting God, and I guess for me, I feel like my intuition is God, if that makes sense.
Yes, it's God directing your path, God navigating you and your decisions.
So so it's like I don't know. You have to trust God and trust your intuition. That's I guess those go hand in hand for me.
Foundational things. Trust is a foundational things when it comes to God. Trust, love, are foundational. I'm a foundational Christian, so I have to understand God from a foundational point before I can understand His law. Because I don't know where your law is coming from, the intentionality behind it.
That's what I'm working on.
Yeah,
understanding where God is coming from.
Exactly, and that's a great thing. I started in Genesis. And guess what, y'all? I'm still in Genesis. I'm still in Genesis, but I break down everything from Cain and Abel to why Noah's father started polygamy to Noah being kind of a restoration point for God, because Noah in the ark, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Noah's father started polygamy, but Noah was a restoration point. God wiped out all the rest of the humans, everything, and told Noah, take you and your family, do what I asked you to do, go in the ark, you're going to be up here for a few days. And he did that because God looked at humanity like, this is not what I built, this is not what I wanted, y'all are disobedient, y'all are just, I don't know what y'all got going on. But he seen Noah, he was like, restoration point for me. And so that's how I understand God. I'm like, that's why I say foundational things, because I understand from that point, dang, God has a process too. God has feelings too. He has emotions too. How I understand that is like, okay, God cares for us in so many different ways. And so, because for me, I'm talking about God, but very noticeably and very loudly, I'm gay. And so how I understand how God cares for me, and just still talking about the word, even though I'm going through my process, is God understands we have a million different influences and all these things that He did not plan for. He had to adjust to as well. So it's not that He won't give me time. It's not that He don't understand me. He actually overly understands me. He overly cares for me because He overly is compassionate for the things that I'm exposed to.
He know you better than you know yourself.
Yes.
Like, He already got your path and your journey
Facts
set out. The thing is, everything, I wouldn't even say that God is trying to adjust to these things we going through.
Okay.
They just, because the things that we going through is stuff that I feel like God has already had to deal with.
Yes.
It's just that we're so distracted by these other things, because these other things deter us from God, if that makes sense, or deter us from the path or the journey that we supposed to be on.
That's why I said we got so many. That's why I say He cares for us in the fact that we have so many different influences, because we have to get through a million things to get to Him. Like, you have to get through what this person says about the Bible, or the Bible is a man. Like, just simple things. People say, oh, this is a man-made book. Oh, this is not real. This is written by humans. Da, da, da. Like, or like the different sectors of Christianity, what the Catholics believe, what the Jews believe. Now we at war with Israel. Christians are killing Jews. Like, it's a million different opinions you're going to hear. And you can get it from all over the world and hear it from everybody. Those are the influences I'm talking about that distract us from the path to God, or distract us from love. And because anything but love is a sin. Like, love is patient, love is kind. So like, this war we got going on is a sin. Even though the people backing it, oh, God bless this country. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yes, the distractions of propaganda.
Yes.
You know, from the government.
We have to learn how to be obedient when all of these things are going on around us.
Go off.
Sure. That's why it's important to, that's why when I got baptized, for me, I felt like it was a start, and it was me putting my foot down.
There you go.
To sacrifice the things that are not for me no more.
Go off. Because
I've already been living in those type of sin for a long time, and it has not been for me for a long time. So it's for baptism, it's just like a start for me to be 10 toes down and to be obedient and to follow the path I'm supposed to go on, because I feel like if I do that, then I'll be all right, bro. Especially with everything else that's going on. Like, all of these things are out here are meant for us to worry and to be distracted and to, I don't know, get us off flustered and to get us off our train of thought.
That's why I say focus on love. My fault.
For sure. And that's why it's important to just have faith. For me, even if you don't believe in God, have faith in your intuition. That's what I want to say.
That's a quote. Faith in your intuition. Faith in yourself.
Yes. Because yourself, you know yourself better. Because for me, I felt like I have always been telling myself things, and I'm just not realizing that that's just been God with me this whole time. But for me, if I felt like if I just trusted myself, like, I would have been better off with certain things. Not saying I would have dodged or I wouldn't have to have going through hardships, because you got to go through that to understand things.
Hello.
But, like, I wouldn't have been so deep, if that makes sense, if I would have just trusted myself or trusted my intuition.
And the first step is trusting God first. Because trusting God literally gives you the path to intellect, to your own intuition. Yes. So for beginners, you can't trust yourself. You can't trust your decisions. That's why you're always asking your friends what pictures to post and if your outfit looks good or whatever. You have to. These are small things that show you don't trust yourself. And I had to learn that too. Sometimes I still do it. Oh, how should I format my pictures, whatever. I get off of it. Now, like, when I post, my friends see what everybody else see. Before, they were the ones coordinating everything. And so it's just about a small thing. So
it's literally, yes, those little things. Like, those little things do turn out to be big things in the long run.
That's why I see the root to everything is important. When I think I asked you something earlier. You said something about depression. I think you was talking about depression, and I was like asking the root of it or something like that. I don't know. You said something earlier, but like my biggest thing for life, you can never solve it if you don't have the root of it. It don't matter. Like, you don't trust yourself. You have to have the root of why you don't trust yourself, because you were never taught to trust. You always have had to have your guard up with everybody. Have your guard up with everybody in the world.
Sometimes, yeah, that's one of the like biggest things I learned this past year, that with everything that goes on, however your life is turning out, it low key falls back on you. Yeah, like, it could have been, yes, those things that like happened to you that was definitely out of your control, but I guess like how you handle things and how you react to things and your discipline, like, all of those lead back to you, like how you do the things and how you deal with it. Some people, one thing I feel like I've learned throughout college is that sometimes people blame other people for triggering them. Yeah. And it's like, how was I supposed to know your triggers? That's something that you should be working on. And if that's something that you still can't deal with, then at least let somebody know so they can help them help you. That's not go through that, if that makes sense.
I feel like that's a person who doesn't really know the root of their trigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like saying somebody say a phrase and it triggers you. It's not the person that said it, it's the phrase. Okay, so now we're talking about the words. Taking the person out of it, just talking about the words. Why do the words trigger you? You have to have the root of it. If you don't find the root to nothing, you'll never solve it. Yes. So you'll never solve that trigger.
You got to find the root, and you got to try to work going against it. It's like unlearning something and trying to learn something new, for sure. Because you can find it all you want, but you definitely have to be active in letting it go.
It's scavenging. For me, it's like, all right, number one, first things first, find the root. Find the root, then you tell God, hey, I found this. Now what do I do with what I found? What do you want me to do with this? I found this. I figured it out. Now help me put 1 + 1 together to make 2. That's the game. I found it. Now help me. Okay. All right. This is what I want you to do. Okay. Now tell me how you want me to do this. I know what you want me to do. Now tell me how you want me to do this thing. It's never you doing it by yourself. That's where you mess up. If you start doing it by yourself before asking God, you mess up. Like anytime I do a podcast, people think it's micro things, but it's real. Anytime I do a podcast, I pray before I come here. Give me the right tone. I go in with the direction, but I told you, it never go that way. It doesn't go that way, and that's cool. Whatever God wanted me to talk about, whatever intentions I had, ain't got nothing to do with what He said, what He wanted. And that goes along with life, too. Whatever you wanted to do has nothing to do with what He wants you to do. Like, I can't say that. But certain people tell me the way I speak about God is bigger than what I think. But I've never seen me in that way. I've always seen me like this. And like, for the people, I feel like for beginners also, as far as clothing, because people like to overly go off the way they dress, my thing is, it's only a sin if you're dressing provocative. Like, God never, when people say, women ain't supposed to wear pants, and that's a sin, the Catholics say that. Okay, they're lying. Want to know why? Because if you go to Genesis, and like, I'm a foundational person, He was surprised that they was covering themselves up in the first place. Adam and Eve. In the first place, He was surprised that people wanted to wear clothes. So in His eyes, this is all foolery in the first place. Any type of clothing you have on. So I don't think it's like the way you dress or dressing tomboy. That's what society, what's ingrained in society, also strays people away from God. Because you'll start labeling yourself like, oh, dang, I can't go to church, or I'm not accepted in church because I don't dress as preppy or whatever. They don't got nothing. God, that's them talking. God didn't say that. This is foolery to Him in the first place. All of this, He's had to adjust to people wanting to wear clothes.
But I feel like all of that comes from just not knowing God and not knowing the Word. And exactly. That's why I said for me, like with my journey right now, I want to read more and get to know the Bible more. So just like what you did, I can go back and be like, why I said this? Oh, well, right here, God said this, and that. And they know I'm not lying because it's in the book, or I'm not just saying it off the top of my head. I feel like some people just say things off the top of their head based off what they heard.
Or what they want to hear.
Yeah. Or what sounds right, but not off what they know.
Yeah. So or twist the word.
Yes. And I think that's what, for me, also, I told myself that with this journey, I'm just focused on me and my relationship with God. Anybody else, whatever your relationship is with God, that's you. Whatever you think about God, whatever you think about Christianity, that's on you. That's not for me.
That's going to distract you.
Literally, that's not a part of my life. That's not my journey right now. So I don't really, I'm open to hear things, but I don't really care too much about what you have to say about me and my journey.
Yeah, it's almost being selfish with your journey. There's nothing wrong with that.
This is just being like, this is my world. Like,
right. Especially for beginners though. Like seriously though. I'm glad that you say that. That's very important. Be selfish with your journey. Because as we close, that's really kind of what I want to focus on. Being selfish with your journey. You cannot allow the outside influences to influence your relationship with God. Because that's like imposterness in your relationship with God, because you're going based off what somebody else believes.
Yes. And that's with anything.
Yeah. Yeah, even like with deciding where to go to school, where to go to college, you let your father make the decision for you. They don't have the curriculum you need. You didn't ask the right father. You know what I'm saying? It's things that we go through on an everyday. You have to be selfish with your relationship with God. And after you have the intelligence that he's instilled in you, when you have the intelligence to use your voice in a progressive way as a vessel, then that's when you start becoming a vessel of the Lord. And like that's what I know I am. So, going around talking about the word. I don't care who I'm talking to. I talk to the Buddha. The Buddha, I'm talking about, not the Buddha, the monk. Sorry. I got words for everybody, like the people with the rocks. The people who like the crystals, I call them the folk with the rocks. Yep. And if they like to do the spells, they Wizards of Waverly Place, bibbidi bobbidi boo. But that's not that I don't love them, because I still gotta love them, understand they God's children.
You got your own term for them.
Yes, because I'm talking to them too. It's like, I'm talking to everybody. It's like a rock will cry out to God before anything that is not of God will cry out. You know, so you praying to the rock, but the rock will cry out to God too, just like you. Excuse me, I'm just saying, not judging, but pray with the rock to God. Don't just just anyway, but you got to be selfish. Yeah, you got to be selfish in your path, because if you're not, you're gonna let people influence you, and then you're not gonna really get to live out that testimony that he needs you to live out.
God's voice would get smaller, because God not gonna yell or throw or gonna force you to hear him. He gonna say what he gotta say, and it's really up to you to follow that and to listen to that.
That's will. Like, you have to. He'll tell you, but you have the will to move. He'll tell you where to move. Do you have the will to go?
And that's what I feel like overall my journey, just as an eagle, like that's if that's one thing I could say to anybody, just trust yourself, follow what's for you. I mean, don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone, but if you losing yourself while getting out of your comfort zone, then that's not really something for you.
God is not going to allow you to lose yourself. Yeah. If anything, you're going to find yourself. If he wants you to step outside of your comfort zone, you're going to find yourself more.
And it's okay if you do lose yourself, or if you do make those wrong decisions. What matters the most is bouncing back. Getting yourself back onto that path, getting yourself aligned, and just trusting yourself. Trust yourself and love yourself like 10 times harder than anybody around you. Like that is something that I have always been taught, but I never really understood what that meant or even looked like. But that is very important. Like, just putting yourself first and loving yourself first, because ain't nobody else gonna love you or look out for you the way that you are, or God, honestly. Like,
facts.
Nobody. Like, everybody gonna let you down. Most people will let you down at one point, but that's why it's important to have more faith in yourself than other people.
There you go. So we have Desiree here, and you want to know what? I didn't even tell y'all, like, the amazing things she does. Not only is she a student chef, but she's a loctician as well, and she can get you right with your scalp life. Get your scalp life right.
Yes, I can. I can do a little 1-2, a little 1-2.
She do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I seen your work. You know, the parts is crisp. We ain't got the gel caked up, and you feel me? Everything right. So y'all tap in. What's your lock page? What's your loctician page?
I don't have a loctician page.
Okay.
I'm really just kind of starting and going. I really just kind of started making it a public thing, because at first I was just doing my friends here. Then they was like, start doing it for other people, start charging. So you can just hit me up on my regular page, which is Your Desire, but there's a dot before the second E, so it's YOURDESIR.E.
There you go.
And then my food page is Desire Devour. You can find it on my main page too. I have to get more consistent with the selling plates thing. I really be sleeping on it, but like, a lot of people really have been wanting me to sell plates more consistently. Yeah. So I gotta get on it. What I say, because I have people, my anchors in life, who tell me, stay consistent with your podcast and with your content. Okay. It's also, consistency is a word, but contentness is a word too. I have to be content in what I'm doing. If this starts to become a job, it will not become a thing. If this starts to become a stressor, I can't do it. I do it because I love it. I like to talk about God. I like to talk, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a person, I'm not coming on here to talk about the drama in your life and what's going on with Fizz. I seen you on Fizz. I'm not doing all that. This and that. Baddies, I can't stand that. Y'all need to uninstall baddies off them TVs. The Zeus, take it off. Take it off. But I'm not one of them types. I'm a salutatory person. I'm just a person who just, I don't know, like, I like to see the good in people, and I like to see people win and progress. And as an eagle, man, like, as the biggest eagle you ever see, I'm the biggest eagle you ever see. Oh, okay. And as the biggest eagle out here, it's my job to let everybody know about the other eagles and the other biggest eagles. You know what I'm saying? The best of the best. So I got Desiree here. She's 101. You feel me? One of our biggest eagles on the campus. Come get your hair done. Come eat. Come munch up. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get it in. Peace.